Alright, hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of my Rayman speedrunning tutorial. Up next is Anguish Lagoon, which is the second level. Now, like I said before, that if you hold X, you will jump on the first frame. Now, you can also use that to enter levels on the first frame possible. So instead of moving here and then just mashing X to enter, what you want to do is just, while you're moving, just hold X and you will enter on the first frame. Holding X also doesn't freeze the cutscene or anything, you can just keep holding it without an issue. And then for this part right here, there is two ways of doing it. There is the speed way or the slow way. I would say try to do the speed way. If you don't feel comfortable with it, it's okay. I'll explain how to do the easy way after that. So what you want to do is you want to just kill this enemy while holding right, and you want to move towards this plum. Just try to not release right, like that. And then when you come at this plum, you want to like do a jump punch right about here. So pressing X and square at the same time while pressing right as well. And then you will actually punch the plum and land on it right away. And then try to catch this cycle. Now, an important thing to note is that it's very important to actually jump on the left side of this platform very fast, like that. Because that jump will actually decide the cycle of that plum right there. So I will show you the difference right here. So if I would actually jump really late on this platform, then jump punch, the plum cycle is a bit messed up and I would have to wait until it's here, jump on it to go to the right side. Now if I jump on the platform quickly, like I'm gonna do now, look how quick I jumped on it, it will actually make this plum cycle much better. You can instantly jump on it. So what I do is I kill the enemy, I jump on the platform quickly, and that makes me able to catch the cycle while just holding right, basically. Now if you don't feel comfortable with doing these jump punches, you can always just take it easy, punch it once, jump on it, and then just catch this plum cycle right here, like that. So yeah, okay, now for this next part, what you want to do is you just want to jump on this and then on that. Now, you can actually clip through this platform a little bit as long as you are turned to the right. So you can actually make this corner a bit quicker. Like, apart from jumping more to the right, you can jump a bit more to the left right here. So I'll show you what I mean with this. If they okay, I can just load the save state. Like, I can jump, see how I clipped through the ceiling a bit? I can actually do that quite far, but not too far. But that's how you improve it, because it would be faster than jumping like this, and it would also be faster than jumping like this, just because you can clip like a little bit through the ceiling on this end part right here. You can make it a little bit faster. Like, we're talking frames, but you know what? Why not? And then for this next part here, you just want to jump punch and hold left the whole time. And then jump over this hammer here. Jump here, jump here. And now, this is actually one of the hardest parts in the start of the game to do optimally. Like, there is this hunter, and you can actually jump over him, but it is really precise, and it's probably like a bad idea for you to try this when you're first starting out. So there is three ways of doing this. There is the fastest way, there is the almost fastest way, and there is the slow way. The slow way is the safest one. I'll start off with the slow one. So you, first of all, you want to duck underneath this hammer, like this, just duck a little bit, then kill him as soon as he stops shooting. Like, as soon as you see his gun go a bit downwards, that's when you can actually hit them. And you want to jump punch him as well, because like I said, we have a white fist, and just hitting him once while we have a white fist is not gonna kill him. So you want to make sure to actually jump punch him. So jump punch him then, and then jump punch the cage for the slowest version. Now, a version you should definitely give a shot at You will lose 1 HP though, which is not really that big of a deal because after the boss fight, which is in the next level, you'll get a P again that restores your HP to 5 HP. But anyway, the second fastest strat is to do this. Like, you duck underneath, you jump, and then you turn whilst you're on top of him, so that the damage boost pushes you to the left. And then on the way down, you get the cage. So it goes like this. You turn, and then you get the cage on the way back. Because if you don't, like I said, White Fist, you will need 2 punches to kill the cage. Now, for the fastest strat, it's to actually jump over him like this. But it's very tight timing, and I just don't suggest you do it. So the safest way to do it is to just do the damage boost way. And then hit the end sign. Alright, so for screen 2, if you decided to go for the damage boost way, the one I did at the end, you could either go for the P here if you don't feel comfortable with the fight on 4 HP, but if you get better and you don't really take damage anymore, you can just skip this P. If you grab the P, all you have to do is just hold left and fall down. Now if you don't go for grabbing the P, there is a faster way to drop down. As you can see, if you just hold left, you actually stand on the plum for like half a second before you fall down. Now if you, as soon as you fall off and then hold right, you will actually fall down quicker. So that's the way you speed this up. Although it can actually lose you time as well if you, for example, start moving too fast to the right. So if you're just starting out, it's probably best to just hold left and then just fall down for this the safe way. Now for this fight, every time you hit him, he will move straight up to the middle. So what we're gonna try and do is hit him while he's the most up and middle as possible. So, and the way I do it, I have a few visual cues, and I'll tell you which ones. Basically, I jump towards him as soon as he's right on that spot. So you see the tree over there? If the top of the tree is in the middle of his sprite, like when he touches his eyeball, I start jumping and then I punch at the top of my jump. Make sure to not just tap X, press it for a long time so you get the highest jump possible. So when it passes a tree, like right there, I jump. And then I punch. Like, you saw it and you heard it, that he didn't make any noise. And that means you did like almost a perfect hit. Like, I will show you a bad hit. Like right here. I actually hit him way later. And you see he made the noise for like a second. The goal is to not make him a noise so that it's the quickest way. If that makes sense. So yeah, that's the visual cue I use. Then for the second hit, I use the same visual cue. So as soon as he passes the top of the tree with the middle of his body, or his eyeball, I jump again. But for this jump, I actually turn to the left first and then turn to the right and hit him. Because that makes it a bit safer for me. Sometimes when I just jump up and I hit him to the right, I will actually get hit by him. And then I actually miss the hit. So how I want to do this hit, well, I'll try it again from the start. So first, as soon as he passes the tree like that, I jump. Then again, if he passes the tree, I do it like this. And you saw me turn around a bit. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you could just, wait a bit longer, until he's like a bit lower, hit him like this. And then again, if he's a bit lower, just hit him like this. Alright, so for these next hits, you want to hit him when he's around where I'm standing right now, because he will move straight up and to the middle, and the fastest way for him to get to that part is if I hit him where Rayman is standing right now. So that's the goal, that's where I want to hit him. So let's do that. Like how I do it is I do jump punches, but you might feel more comfortable by jumping and then punching. because that makes the timing a bit easier. Like doing it like a jump punch like this can be quite annoying to time, in my experience at least. So whatever, like your goal is to make him punch where Rayman was standing earlier. So, and I do it with jump punches like this. Now, for this last hit, the way I do it is I put Rayman to the left side of the screen, then I turn around, and then as soon as the boss is off the screen fully, I hold right, I run until right there, like right in front of the pink tree in the start, and that's where I jump to the right, and as soon as I'm like really close to him, I punch. For this last hit, it's pretty important to move really close to him when you punch, because if you punch too early, he will dodge it. Like, I'll show you what happens if I punch too early. Okay, he didn't really dodge right there, but I'll try to show you it now. Like, if you punch too early, look, he dodged it. Now, sometimes he can dodge downwards as well, which loses a lot of time. Like, I'll try, yeah, see? That's what happens if you punch too late. He dodges downwards, and if you hit him then, it takes like ages for him to move up on the screen. Now, pardon me. For this last hit, it doesn't matter where you hit him on the screen. As soon, the only thing that's important is to hit him when he's as high up as possible, because he just moves straight up. He doesn't move to the middle anymore of the screen, he just moves straight up, goes off the screen and then falls down. So the way I do it is, as soon as he's off the screen, right there, and then I jump at the tree while still holding X, while still holding right, I mean. I jump at the tree and then I punch when I'm really close to him. So as soon as he's off, jump there and then punch, and it will always have the perfect timing. Off the screen, jump there and then punch as late as you can. One more time, off the screen, jump and then punch. And that's basically it for the boss fight. Alright, so now that we're in the auto-scroller after the boss fight, there is actually 2 lives on this screen that you actually want to get, especially if you first start out. You want to get as many lives as you can without losing time, and these 2 you can get without losing time. So the way I do it in the start here is I push immediately right and up, so until I get the speed fist, and as soon as I get the speed fist I hold down and left, and that makes you able to still reach the live in time. So as soon as I get the speed fist I hold down and left, and that makes me able to get this live over here just like that. So as soon as you get the speed fist, hold down and left, right there. Like, what you could also do is make it a bit easier and just don't bother with the speed fist and just get a life like this. Just holding down. That's probably the safest way to get this life. But you know, why not? Might as well just get the speed fist and get the life at the same time. Because, you know, why not? Okay, so now you actually want to get the speed like this, so that if you had any loss of HP before, like from the fight or from, like, I don't know, anything else, you will store your HP right back up, and you can actually just hit these fruits and still get the P. Like, you can get the P while you have invincibility frames, so that's not an issue. Alright, so for this cage, you just want to get this cage. And then after you get this cage, you actually want to make sure to hug the left side of the screen, because the screen will go slower just after these fruits you see to the right. and because we stay at the left side of the screen will start moving slower later. So if we would hug the right side of the screen, I will show you what that is like. Look, the screen already started moving slower right there, but if we hug the left side of the screen... Oh wait, I need to do the first part again. Alright, so I'm making a new save state here after this. So yeah, if we hug the left side of the screen, look, this is where it started, this is the point where it started moving slower, so that's why you want to hug the left side of the screen. And then you would just want to try and get this gold fist there. Just try it. Like, you don't have to do it if you don't think you feel comfortable getting that fist. Don't do it, but you might as well, because it makes some parts later on a bit easier. Now, for this next part, you want to hug the right side of the screen, and how I do it, this last P I just got, I want to line myself up with it, and then just spam my fist, so that I kill these enemies. And then after that, you want to hug the right side of the screen, because it's gonna move faster again. And then as soon as you pass these sparkles here, you see these sparkles? That's where you will trigger the life. That's when you want to hold down left to get this life in time. So as soon as you see, pass the sparkles, hold down and left to get this additional life here. Now, for this next part, as soon as you see the third hammer pass you, you move up. So you start off by hugging the bottom. So at the start, hug the right side and the bottom of the screen. And then after you see the third one pass the screen, you move up. And then you move left. Because then you do not get hit by any of the hammers, and it makes it the easiest. And then as soon as you see the hunter, you move to the right. And you hug the right side of the screen. So again, as soon as you see the hunter, move to the right and hug the right side of the screen. Then you want to just position yourself right around in the middle for the rest of the screen until you pass these last things here. And that's where it's important to stay in the middle of the screen until the end. And just before the end, you want to start holding right to catch the end post. Now, if you hug the right side the whole time, you would think, oh, maybe that's faster. No, it's not, because then you have to wait until the camera has caught up, because you trigger the slow screen faster again. So you want to wait off with that a little bit, and that's why you stay in the middle of the screen a bit longer, and then just before you hit the end sign, you want to hold right to make that part the fastest. So yeah, and then we get the hanging power up, and this screen is really easy. The way you improve the screen is just by trying to hang for as low amount as possible as you can. Like as soon as you see Rayman grab the edge, you just wanna already jump, so you make the hang time as low as you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Anguish Lagoon. If you've done everything correct up to this point, you will have 3 cages in Anguish Lagoon, and you will have 3 cages in Pink Plant Woods. So yeah, thank you for watching the Anguish Lagoon. Next up is Swamps of Forgetfulness in the next video. Thank you.